Byron in Illinois, Alpha Charlie 9 Papa Alpha.
Alpha Charlie 9 Papa Alpha, roger. And what was that name again?
The name here is Byron.
Roger, Byron, and where are you, sir? What's your location?
I'm about 100 miles straight east of St. Louis, along Route 70 in Illinois.
Roger, roger. I'm copying you on my local antenna. What radio are you running today, Byron?
I'm running a old FLEX-5000 here today.
Well, my goodness, it's Flex reunion time on the channel, Roger.
yeah.
Channel, Roger.
yeah. I actually, when you were giving the directions to the other gentleman there, I sort of did the same thing on my EQ here, and hopefully, maybe I got it halfway.
Yes, sir. Sounding pretty good. Why don't you tell me about the thing you like best about your radio? Let me listen to you just for a minute, Roger.
The thing you like best about your radio. Let me listen to you just for a minute, Roger.
Okay, sure. Like the square box or anything like that. Connections on it. A 12 square box, a bunch of connections on it, and today's weather is awful cloudy, overcast here in Illinois. Light snow, drizzly, rain, but it's winter time here in Illinois. Over.
Roger, roger. Well, first thing would be to make sure you're in that wide transmit bandwidth, TBW, transmit bandwidth 100 to 2900. The reason we use that is that we want as much top end as we can get. So 2900 is pretty close. It gives you just a slice of daylight to prevent you from winding up in somebody else's front yard, Roger.
Prevent you from winding up in somebody else's front yard, Roger.
Roger, yeah, I moved it down a little bit. It's down to 2900 now, and the bottom end is set at 100.
Exactly. And then move to your compression processor, and it's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger.
What's labeled? 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger.
Okay, I just turned it up for 1. I had it set on 2, and now it's set on 3. So that might be a little bit more compression.
Yes, sir. Now move to your mic. I understand that radio doesn't have an ALC meter. Is that correct?
I understand that radio doesn't have an ALC meter. Is that correct?
No, I have a ALC meter. I'm approaching 0 or very close to it. It's real close to 0. It's about where the book says to run it at anyway.
Yes, sir. Would that be to the right of center? Just to the right of center on that meter?
Just to the right of center? Just to the right of center on that meter?
It is very close. It might be just a hair bit hot. Once in a while, my peak do go above 0. But for the most part, it is down below. But it could be a slight bit hot.
Yes, sir. Well, we suggest not to go over the zero, not to go over the cliff there, not over 0 level, but 2/3. In other words, the meter has a halfway point, and then there's a point that's halfway between the halfway point and full. So we want to be right there between halfway and 2/3. We have a way of doing that. Usually it's the word audio, which is a multi-textured waveform word that I spent weeks trying to find to use to let somebody set their levels correctly, and you become a human test generator by using that word. You speak the word just as you would speak any other word in a Qso, and adjust your mic level for proper reading on your ALC. Roger?
Mic level for proper reading on your ALC, Roger.
Audio, yes, it's very close to that right now. It's actually down just a little bit, but looks good.
Yes, sir. Now, to your equalization page, are you familiar with your EQ page?
Your equalization page, are you familiar with your EQ page?
Yes, I am. I have it pulled up on the screen at the moment.
Alrighty, so is that a third octave equalizer, a 10-band third octave equalizer, like 1KC, 2KC, 4KC?
Equalizer, like 1KC, 2KC, 4KC?
It is a third octave, and it's a whole bunch of them. It goes from 32 up to 10K.
Yes, sir. Okay, we want everything between 400 cycles and 1.4K to be flat. Everything from 400 cycles to 1.5, I guess it is, somewhere in there, flat. The reason is, that you want well, a lot of modern radios don't even put a mid-range EQ control because they want it to stay flat while you can adjust the top and the bottom for balance to the mid-range. And if you push the mid-range, it's so much harder for the top and the bottom to catch up. So that's why we suggest everything from 400 cycles to 1.5K to be flat. Roger?
100 cycles to 1.5K to be flat. Roger?
Roger. I was paying attention there to the gentleman before us, and I have this part of the equalizer set up that way. And everything below 400 is all the way down, and then flat, and 400, 1.6 in my case is flat, and then slowly going up to 3.5K.
Okay, and I know you don't have a 2.7K. 2.7K is just the ideal push frequency for the top end. But so we can work between 2K and the 4K to get a push at 2.7. So at 2K, I want you to go plus 4. At 2K, a plus 4 push. And then at 4K, I want to make that a plus 6 push. Roger?
Okay. I want to make that a plus 6 push. Roger?
Roger. I'm getting there. That's plus 6. A little high. Okay. We are set there now, just about where you wanted it at there. It's pretty flat there. Looking at the ALC, it still looks very good.
Roger. Well, it sounded pretty good. Why don't you give me about 10-15 seconds on your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find a hotter signal than my local antenna. Roger?
And let me look around and see if I can find a hotter signal than my local antenna. Roger?
Okay, yeah. We're running 90 watts.
I normally use for 160.
100 wire loop antenna.
It doesn't seem to work too bad on 40, but I probably won't be using it on 40 meters here, as there's better antennas out there for sure. It's big, long loop. I enjoy for sure. Normally where we hang out at, but it sure is a great day out here. KC9VKV for ID.
Roger, Brian. Let's go back to your ALC and bring your mic level up just about 4 clicks from where it is, and let me see what that does. You're still not quite as full as you could be, Roger. So it'll be your mic level up about 4 clicks from where it is, Roger.
Hey, Roger. Okay, I just moved it up to 23 from 19, and talking about 3-4 inches away from my Kyle TR40 microphone, and hopefully it's doing a little bit better there. The ALC is still within limit.
Roger, roger. Okay, let's go up another 4 clicks. We may come down for that, but just for kicks, plus 4 clicks hotter from where it was. Roger?
Roger. Okay, that right here is 27, and now we're just right at the maximum there on the ALC. It's hitting really close to the maximum amount.
Roger. Really looks good. Really looks good. You're just you're at 3 dB now, so your transmit bandwidth is looking good, and your average percent of peak modulation is somewhere around 80 to 85%. So I would run it just like that. And if you want to hear it, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, you'll bring up this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2800, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you very much there, Jim. I'll take a couple of pictures of this in case the computer decides to change the settings for me. So we would really appreciate it. It's nice to have somebody. Anyway, thank you. Dear listening to their transmit. Anyway, thank you very much. AC9.
Roger, roger, Brian. 73, sir. You have a great afternoon, a beautiful weekend, and join us next Friday if you get a chance. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.